I was talking just the other day to my good friend Bruce Rubin, who's a teacher in our tradition and very good friend from way back in the early days of the ashram. And, he went on to have a fabulous career in the movie industry as a scriptwriter. And he received even an Oscar for that. But very, very fine person. And we were chatting about different things early on with Rudi, which we shared together, which, I also shared with Devadas and many other people. And I was thinking a little bit about, what was real, what was the nature of the instruction that I got from Rudi. And it was conveyed in a very, very simple way. And, sometimes in words. Mostly it was conveyed with a very strong presence. But one very simple thing that he always emphasized was the importance of the wish to grow. And of course, all of you have had that as an introduction and know exactly what that means, I wish to grow. And why is that so important? And of course, it can be misunderstood. And he simply meant to wish to open to this deeper state of energy flow, and ultimately this state of nothingness, or this state of total openness. So it can easily be misunderstood, because you can easily think, okay, I'm supposed to grow my business, or I'm supposed to grow my relationships, or I'm supposed to grow my family, or my amount of intimate encounters, or whatever. You can think of it in any way like that. But basically, it's a very, very simple way to reach into your own deeper state. First of all, the energy flowing in us, and ultimately the place where that energy comes from, where we all share in that stillness. And that's a very simple instruction that I got when I first came, and it has taken a lifetime really to fully understand what it means, along with some of the other simple things that he said. He said very simply, I went to him sometimes with, situations in my life, and usually it was pull back. He even said, move yourself away from it and don't be right in the middle of it. Don't think about it. Don't struggle with it, but just remove yourself slightly. And of course, do the exercises that were given. But this pulling back, it takes a long time of experimenting with that to understand, really. I think for me, it did at least take quite a while to understand the power of that, because we tend to be triggered and we react and we want to react the same way all the time, but we don't have to. We can pull back, and we have a choice. We have the power to relate to it in a different way, whatever the situation is. Third thing that he said and emphasized, of course, was that pain is God's love. And we all experience pain. I mean, the Buddha said that suffering is the nature of life. And I think what he meant by that was pain, which is basically the individual person that each of us is rubbing up against our universal self. And, it takes a certain amount of rubbing, it takes a certain amount of friction that we can be grateful for, which create this inner heat, creates that burning of all the illusions, burning of all the tensions, transforming it all to a simple state of energy flow and contact with the here and now. And in connection with that basic statement, he also said, you have to digest life whole with all its pains, joys, challenges, all of it. So those are big instructions. And don't be surprised if it takes you a long time to really, really deeply appreciate what those things mean in your life. If you really live by them and really open to them, where does it get you? The last thing, of course, was the whole thing of surrender. Surrender is the key, and really letting go, not holding on. As you explore each of these things, or either one of them that really grabs your attention, there is a world to discover there. Because everything you come up against in life, or everything you encounter in your life, can be transformed by those simple instructions. So I give them on to you now formally and encourage you, in Rudi's spirit, which was totally in line with Nityananda's spirit, to use those instructions as anchors or as guidelines as you experience your life unfolding.